what role AI could play within your industry and at Optima. What is that looking like right now as you've sort of gone through this your experimentation process?
Yeah. So I came from, the e-commerce technology adjacent industry. So of course we're not deploying in this, technologies that is like top of the edge and super edgy stuff. But we have to look at where you can actually create impact, right? So we branded it Optima Intelligence, but in there is a suite of technologies that we would use. So for example, there is we're going to roll out actually very shortly in a number of weeks. Time clock where it's geofence on the cell phone when people are clocking in and clocking out. So it's easier than tracking your time on spreadsheet and just signing in on an Excel spreadsheet where it creates burden for the administrative manager on site to do additional work. To really introduction of AI, right? When I think it's true that our senior housing technologies sector that our staff tends to be older and they find AI very, very scary. So we've actually designed and even in our last leadership summit when we get all GM together, we had internal speaker to talk about AI. What does it mean? We also got Copilot licenses for all of our general managers so they can actually explore in a safe environment and they can ask questions. Through the growth that we have been the transparency of information has improved a lot and was asked from the general manager, but it also can create information overload. So how can we give them an easy way? They have access to all property accountants and accountant from a financial reporting perspective to understand the financial well-being of the community. But they can also just plug the financial statement in Copilot and just ask Copilot, what does this mean? What should I focus on? And give them a pretty informed idea. We also have Power BI, and that aggregates all the information together and actually prioritize the most important information that they need to focus on. I'm speaking about it from a financial perspective because I am the CFO. So they would be thinking about the occupancy, they would be thinking about the financial well-being of the home. But from a clinical perspective, they also need to think about the safety. There's a lot of compliance that is has to be top of mind and how they would need to run the community at a day-to-day basis, right? So it's just using AI, teaching them and continuing to actually have conversation about it to reduce the anxiety of them using AI and just let them know like you could talk to them as a human. And yes, their information may not, sometimes you would need to prompt a couple more and you should validate information if it's of something really, really important. And but it should be there to assist you to do it, to do the job. And those are like really fundamental technologies that we want people to have access to. And the goal is increase human interactions, human led AI, right? Like it's just you first, use this to help you do your job easier.